This podcast is Jagex compliant. That is all.
Welcome. Fuck you. God, I had to like. Do you know how hard it is for me to start these podcasts?
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, and then Grant PJs you with a crack.
Speaking's
good crack,
hard, right? I'm being brave, and you've
Go on then.
ruined it.
Say it with your chest.
Ruining it. We're back again.
Guess
When was
who's
the last-
back?
All
It
right.
was
You're
Sunday.
peaking, Dan. You just ruined everyone's ears.
Oh, apologies. We recorded the last one on Sunday, right? Or was it Friday? It was Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
We put it out on
Friday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
2 in 1 week.
This
Jeez.
podcast
Wow.
start is so scuffed. I'm so sorry. I have to close the kitchen door because my mum's washing machine's taking off.
Can you please just keep the recorder going? Because that is hilarious.
Was it
Um,
off and anywhere
Yeah.
else?
Okay, I've come back. I'm back. I'm
You're
sorry.
back, you're back. That was quick.
Yeah, it's not.
Like,
That's
it's
why it's so
quite a
loud. It's like
distance.
it's literally next door.
It's a special episode today. Does anyone know why?
I know why.
Why is it, Grant?
Because it's our 10th one.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, ScuffCast.
Digits.
Oh, it's 1 a month. Let's go.
Almost more videos than I've got on my own channel.
Let's go.
That kind of works out roughly to 1 a month, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Probably.
It's not too. Yeah,
Spoil
we're
these people.
we're consistent.
Yeah,
Hold on,
we could
this
have-
this podcast isn't out yet.
True.
You know, something bad might happen. We might not ever release it.
Yeah, like
True.
I die of heat stroke. It's really
Ooh.
hot in the UK.
That's really
Oh,
specific.
please.
I
Bit
need a
too hot,
fan.
innit?
Might be too.
So how have we been? What have we been doing?
Mate, it's only been a week. What do you mean? They already know how we are.
Good.
No, but stuff's happened.
Yeah.
Things have happened.
Yeah, to everyone else apart from me.
I got
Yeah,
2
literally.
pets.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Grant
I
got
got
2
2.
pets. You got the
Yeah.
court pet.
I finally
Congrats,
got
Beast.
it.
If you chimed into the last one, you know Grant was doing corp. I won't elaborate on that. He was just doing corp.
No, I don't
Yeah,
mind saying what I'm
ethically,
doing. I
it
was
was
paying.
completely ethical.
I was paying boosters for Corp, and it's completely Jagex.
Boo.
compliant.
It's Jagex compliant,
Jagex
just like the
compliant.
podcast.
Wait,
I'm
you
allowed
didn't do
to.
those court kills yourself?
No, dude. I
Boo.
didn't.
Well, he did. He did the most damage, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So put in
I
hard
did
work.
that. So I got Corp at 8471, so almost 8.5k, which took fucking months, and then I got Vetiol
Took
yesterday,
Oh,
Yeah,
So, yeah.
you. When it rains, it pours.
yeah.
and now I'm going for a Spindle, and that will finish the Wildy set. So
Let's go.
yeah.
That's huge. What it felt like you kind of started corp and you were like, I remember you being so on edge of it because you were like,
Yeah,
guys, I don't know if I can do this.
I just didn't know if it was like against the rules, and it felt
Wait,
dodgy.
anything goes. You can buy purples on your
But I
island.
asked,
Said
like,
this last time.
I like contacted, didn't like email Jagex, but I asked my friend who is a Jagex moderator, and he essentially cleared it for me. Like, look, it's a service you're paying for with in-game GP. It's complete.
I love the term
Jagex
Jagex
compliant.
compliant. I think it's so funny.
So I was like, fuck it. Like,
This
yeah,
podcast is Jagex compliant.
So yeah, I did that. I mean, like literally, like everything in the game is boostable. I mean, besides BH, because that is now bannable, so don't do it. But
Oh, that's so illegal.
but, like,
Illegal!
literally everything else from
dare
RC
you.
runners to BA to Corp, KQ, like it's all
Oh,
boostables.
We definitely
Combat
boosted me.
achievements.
We definitely boosted some BA this week as well.
True.
Oh yeah, yeah, we did.
Jork.
And also don't forget that we boosted our duo necks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
By
that's
accident.
a game bug. That's not us.
That was
Yeah.
I think I kind of solved it as well. I think looking back on it, I think we got the duo because you entered it like the last tick or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then because remember you were late to the kill. And me
Yeah.
and Dan were like, oh shit, is he gonna join? And then like literally as like the last tick before you could join, you joined.
There must
So
be
then
like
all-
a checking game,
Yeah.
like where it sees how many players are in the room,
So it
and there
obviously
must be a
start,
window
yeah.
where you can enter after that
Yeah.
and before it closes.
And it must be only like a couple of ticks long. So yeah, it must have
Yeah.
been registered as a
Yanks.
duo.
I would say
online, so-
I felt guilty about it, but every other YouTuber, never mind, actually.
Go
I
on.
mean,
No,
if you feel
no,
guilty
not
about
definitely.
it, it's fine. Like GeoNext is free.
Definitely.
We can like do it tomorrow if you want.
I remember like the old Grandmaster series Road 2s. People were just like
Oh yeah.
would
Oh,
like
yeah.
or their Fasani Grandmasters. You just see like a cut to the end.
Yeah.
There we go. We just got
Or the six, the
Jesus
5 and 6,
Christ.
the 5 and 6 Jad challenges. Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
give this a go, guys, and then it would go. Oh, that was really easy. You know,
Rock Me Like a
Oh,
Hurricane
yeah,
plays in the
we go.
background.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway,
I've got some guitar lessons.
this is a that's not very
That
Jagex
is
compliant
Jagex
of us
compliant.
to discuss.
That's
I got-
non-Jagex compliant. But
Mm.
Hey, I'm
got
not breaking the rules.
Yeah, true.
I got a Bandos Hill.
You did.
Oh
cool.
yeah, you.
Which is huge.
Hooray!
I don't have a
Hooray.
Shard
Yeah.
2.
Oh.
Oh,
Shit. I was fuming, by the way, Tom, because I was really worried you weren't going to make it tonight. And I was like, I literally was like getting KC for Bandos, and I was like, oh yeah, there's things like starting in 10 minutes. So I like de-geared just UIM things, and then I was getting really agitated because I was like, could have done 14 Bandos in this time.
probably could have got that
I
shot.
fucking like
Exactly.
I always forget that like your account is just rat aids to play.
Oh yeah,
Like you're like, oh, I've got to do a raid, but I've got to do 28 minutes of
Gotta
fucking
kill
prep.
myself, lol.
It's not very brain compliant.
Like
God.
you were so fucking annoyed that you played the bingo on your UIM because you were like, I'm never
it
doing
was
that
like-
ever again because it was
I-
just awful.
I moaned. I still had fun, but it just was not like. I nearly said Jagex compliant. for
Shut
fuck's
up.
sake.
Jagex
It's just- you remain. You just go to your bank. Your gears on and off. Like you
Might get that
go.
tattooed, you know. Just get Jagex compliant, then I'm a fucking fool.
Speaking of Jagex,
Yeah,
I'm going there
it's been
next
an
week.
alright week.
Oh,
So no
yeah.
podcast next week, probably.
Oh,
we shall see.
wait, me and Grant are in Norway next week.
We
so-
are, yeah.
Oh wow.
What the
We should
fuck
do
am I gonna do?
I mean, how long were you away for?
Mugs.
5 days, I think.
What do you mean?
5 days.
You've
4
had
days.
6 months, Dan.
Yeah,
To...
Dan, your football team won a European Cup. Should be over the moon.
Come on, you IMC! Yeah.
fucking
Well,
Jesus.
Lads,
It'll be
banter.
alright.
One member will be coming to Arsenal, so I don't mind.
I'm not gonna lie, I was praying for their downfall when they started throwing cups at that one guy.
Well, I was like well up for West Ham winning it until I saw that they had an open top bus already in London.
Yeah, every team does that
All
though. 'cause there's
decorated.
a lot of design that goes
I-
into that, isn't there?
I get it, but
I
like,
bet
just slap
Arsenal
fucking
definitely had
winner
one for
on
the
bus.
Premier League. Anyway,
Right.
football.
Yeah, anyway.
Football, no one.
So,
listens
what are we talking about today, fellas?
to-
That was
August
really,
12th,
really-
2036.
What happens then?
The heat
What?
death of the universe.
Oh.
Why have you... What?
Are you alright?
What have you just pulled at your arse there? What the fuck? Anyway,
On the right, so the law goes on the 6th, fittingly on the 6th of June, 6/6.
Oh, you into astrology
2023.
now?
No,
Oh.
6th of June, 2023. The well-known public, what's the word, like the giga chads who can like predict things.
4chan.
One of them.
Like
Uh,
Mayans?
Yeah.
Is it a Mayan
the-
calendar event again?
Yeah, the
Oh.
renowned Mayan Squidward tentacles.
The Mayan compliant calendar.
Yeah, the Mayan Squidward tentacles
Mm.
spoke out and stated that August 12th, 2036 is the heat death of the universe.
Oh, can it hurry up? I'm fucking sick of going to work.
No, it's
What?
this fucking it's the thing I showed you earlier, Grant, the fucking AI generated SpongeBob.
Yeah.
It just like a scene just appeared and it's just Squidward saying August 12th, 2036, the heat death of the universe.
Right, just to clarify, I watched 2 minutes of this shit. It rotted my brain even more than it already is, and I turned it off. It's absolute shit. If
Bro,
Toucann
these-
sends you a link to watch fucking SpongeBob AI, do not click it. It's
I'll
a
leave it in
fucking
the,
waste
I'll
of your
leave it in the
time.
description of this video. It's
Oh.
It
I
does
listened
kinda
to
go
it whilst
hard.
working today.
Should I play it in the podcast right now?
No.
Because
Yeah,
you'll
go
tune
on.
in. You'll tune
I'll
in
put
and
a
it'll be
9-minute
like,
marker in the recording and play it to everyone.
I guarantee you, if you turn it on right now, it'll be like Patrick, I love cock and ball.
Okay, let's not put it in there. We will leave a link in the description.
Everyone's gonna go
anyway.
cross-eyed watching it.
Anyway,
Okay.
sorry about that. I just had to get my daily dose of shit out of my system.
Your daily dose of internet, right?
Yeah. We went to our lovely Twitter friends as always to get some topics and some
Are we
questions.
doing topics already?
And if you want,
Alright,
you
go
can
on then.
talk about poo already.
No, no.
But
Yeah, cool.
I'll talk about shit.
well, shut up. The thing is, when I go to Twitter, like, okay, they're more like established podcasts, I guess. Like, but when like Saber goes and does this, he'll like tweet for topics and questions for the people, and people are like, oh, what do you do, and this and that, and
That's
it's all like
real
proper
questions,
questions.
we're
Whereas we get fucking suck my ball 77777777777.
like, which member of Scuff unit would you want to kill? And it's like, right,
Yeah.
okay.
Allison.
But hey, we get people engaged, and that's yeah, I agree. But people, you know, it makes me happy that people interact and ask questions.
Yeah.
So without further ado, our dear friend that Grannt actually, I guess mentioned earlier, Mr. Jagex Knox, aka
Well,
Knox,
Yeah.
aka
yeah.
guy who lives near me. What am I fucking saying? Anyway, he asked, "Who is your favorite JMod and why is it me?" Knox is a cool JMod.
Yeah.
But he said, in all seriousness, I would like to know what piece of content you think is underrated and why. It might be something you have an irrational love for, or something you feel is unfairly perceived by the community.
I've got one.
Gnome
Go on.
Restaurant.
Fasani's
Oh.
Nightmare.
Fasani's
Okay.
Nightmare.
Yeah, and also
You
it's
are a
getting
sadist,
publicity
aren't you?
recently because Boaty's been doing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like everyone hates it, and the prices are really crap because most of the stuff you get from it is kind of like,
Useless. They've not fucking used it anywhere.
yeah. There's like everything has 0 defense on RuneScape now, so you
Yeah.
don't need crush attack. But
I'm really sad.
I love it.
I'm really sad. I kind of agree. Like Nightmare's so cool as a boss. Originally, when Nightmare first came out, I was like, "So this is just a Swamplanetics update."
Mm.
But like the visual aspects and like just everything about it's so sick, and like the
Yeah.
items
The sound
itself are
effects.
cool. Yeah, it's like I love it, and now I don't have a reason to ever do it, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
My thing about Nightmare, right, is I look at it and I love the way the content is designed. I'm a big for lore and stuff, so I'm not going to go into that, but it's cool in the way that it's been done for that. But my issue with Fasani specifically is not because it's a bad design boss or anything like that. It's better than the Nightmare, right? I think we can all agree on that. That
Yeah.
Fasani's is better than its normal counterpart. But the issue I have with it is the fact that Nightmare was designed to be a team boss,
Thank you,
and
there is.
they made the team boss so bad that they had to add a solo version that then killed the original, which I just hate. I hate that because it's like
It's like
team
all they
bosses
had
is
to
what I
do, all they had to do
shooting
to
itself in the
fix it
foot.
was literally give the tablet on the drop rate of the fucking normal
I have
one,
absolutely
and then
no
clear up some
problem.
fucking teething issues.
If
They thought, nah,
Fasani's
let's just make hard mode.
if
But it's
Fasani's
not.
was advertised as Fasani's and it was a solo boss, I would have no issue with it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's challenging and it can be a bit annoying at times when you get shit on. But like it's difficult, and I think that's great. But my issue is Nightmare was meant to be a team boss, and it's just not. So
Yeah.
that's my only take.
You
I would say.
like you never hear about people going to Nightmare. as a
It's
team,
dead content.
unless you're
right?
doing the CA.
Yeah.
Literally the only
You
reason.
pot
Yeah.
the CAs and then you never pot the regular one again. I have literally on my account 100 Nightmare kills, and like all of them are from the mass world. From when I
Yeah.
had to get 100 KC for the CAs.
Can you imagine if like it was like the next release, and it was like relatively okay to get to? People would be like doing it for like thousands of kills. It would be all right. Okay, the
came
item
out-
prices might have gone down a bit, but like, I'm not being funny. It was botted to oblivion anyway, so it's not like that weren't going to happen.
It
And they
came
didn't
out
do
at a
fuck
shit
all
time
about
as
it.
well. It came out, and it's honestly, it's partially the people always shit on Jagex for Nightmare, like, oh, why is it so far away? So well, it's far
I don't
away
mind
because
that.
it's far away because you wanted it like that.
Yeah.
People
true.
were clamoring for like a God Wars esque boss, like, oh, guys, it should be like hard to get to. It should have like a sort of lottery loot
It's-
table where
It's
Yeah.
not
And
a
then-
it's not a God Wars boss though, is it? Like you look at how you kill it.
no, for sure, it's full of chip damage and it's annoying. But it's the fact that like they did provide that in the sense that they gave a boss that was far away, had a lottery loot table in the sense that you get nothing or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
papaya
people,
seeds or
people
fucking.
did want that. People were tired of like the fucking Hydra drop table, or just the money.
And then it came
printer.
out,
and then it
and
came
everyone
out,
was like,
and it was like, I don't like getting 22 masses a drop.
it was like, oh my god.
To be fair,
like
the 3 staves could be useful one day.
Yeah, for sure. And
I've
I think
got
they
all
could
three.
definitely
write
change.
that down. Write that down.
I
Like,
think the
Eldritch is
staves
pretty
have
nice in the
room for
Inferno.
change.
Yeah,
But
they
it's
are
so
sick
niche.
items, and it's a shame because like I really wanted to do it. Like the old quote unquote meta. I don't even know if it was meta, but going back to UIM, like getting Inquisitor was good because it's like a storable armor set, but now there's no fucking point because Torva exists. So.
Mm.
I sold my. I had a volley for a while. I sold it like yesterday because I realized I hadn't pulled it out of the bank in 6 months.
Mm.
I was like,
Sad as well
it's-
because like genuinely one of my most favorite items in the game, like looks wise, is the Inquisitor's
Oh,
mace.
Ink's the best armor set in the game.
Yeah, I think
looks
it's
so cool.
specifically
Not on female
the
characters, though.
mace.
No,
The-
on
the
female
neck's a
characters you
bit
get
weird.
a giraffe neck, yeah.
Yeah, but then
The
Crystal on
mace
girl
is
characters
so
is
cool.
best.
Love that thing.
But no,
I have
Ink
no
is
read to get it.
so sick. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Torva guy, but Ink is so well designed. And
Yeah.
it's just a big Torva guy. Why did I say it like that? But,
It's
but
like
yeah,
the
like-
equivalent of gym guys.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, but that would be my take on Fasana. I don't hate the content. I'm just disappointed with how it came to be. I guess.
I've kind of like a question. I know no one asked this on Twitter, but like, do you have anything that everyone got pissed off about, but you really, really didn't mind it, and it
I've got
annoyed you?
one.
Like Torva Helm for me was the one. I love the Torva Helm, and everyone was like
Mhm.
trying to change it, and I bit my lip so hard I was gonna
Yeah,
flame.
I
some
remember
people, but I
chatting
didn't.
to my
Um,
mate Will about it, or the Nox who asked the question, like, because we're massive Nex fans. Like, Nex came, it was like our favorite boss ever when it back in 2011. So when Torva came out, is that we wanted it to stay true to what Torva was.
Mm.
And then 2 weeks into release, there was already like one of the fucking designs that made you look like the fucking Mandalorian, and I was like, please just leave it alone. Like,
Yeah.
we don't need to. It was like, which
Yeah.
from what I understand is they've kind of dropped it, so I hope they don't
Yeah.
bring it back up.
Oh
so.
crap! Maybe someone might hear this. and
Shit. Yeah.
Oh god.
Suggest.
I don't-
Actually, yeah.
I don't really. I can't think of anything like that.
I've got one.
Go on.
And actually, you might disagree with me, which I think would make for an interesting conversation. But my one was the Boss Slayer Master.
Okay.
Oh, what?
You could get
The-
one boss
Oh,
task
yeah.
a day, and it was random, and you couldn't
Yeah.
get a second one. And everyone was like, it's like,
It's like
how
Pig
in
mode.
any way is that overpowered? You get, like, you go to your Boss Slayer Master, you get Mole Hard Luck.
Mm.
But they were
Like,
polling
yeah.
it like you could do chambers with it and stuff, weren't it?
Well,
Or
that true.
was in
You
the
could
blog
like
post.
change it with that, right? But besides that, like going to a fucking Boss Slayer Master once a day and getting a guaranteed boss task, I see no issue with it. Come
Oh,
on,
no, because you can do.
It's
most
like
of it
big.
through
Was it
Flame
like
Fire.
Big Al, the clue guy?
Yeah.
kind of
what's his
yeah. You
name?
could get one a
Big
day.
Mo.
Big Mo.
Big
That's
Mo.
it.
Oh, Big
I
Mo.
love
I remember
Big Mo.
Big
They should
Mo.
bring
Big
Big
Al's
Mo
the
back.
guy you see down the pub, fucking in his little chair in the corner of the room, just sipping a
Yeah.
Guinness.
Yeah.
I do agree with you though that Slayer shouldn't be a part of raiding, apart from like maybe like shaman tasks and stuff for chamber speedruns. But like
Yeah.
you shouldn't be able to get like a top task. I don't agree with that. But
No.
I see no issue.
I didn't even
with
know that
going
they
to the
planned to do
dudes.
that.
It was the Tazar guy, you know, the guy that gives the jab challenges.
Oh, yeah.
He was also meant to
blue
give
guy.
out he was also meant to give out like a task a day, and it was a bit like RuneScape 3's Reaper system. You can get a Reaper task every day, and it's just
Mm.
kill X amount of bosses, and you get some Slayer XP.
I
That's all
wouldn't
it
mind
is.
that.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I thought it was a fine update, and
I
everyone went
don't mind it.
mental over it, and Jags were like, "Oh, right, okay." So yeah, that's my take.
Yeah. What's this about the wood cutting now? That like, I see some
know, I
skillers
have
pissed
no
off
idea.
about that. The wood cutting is about to change forever.
But
Because like, if
Forestry-
you have like 5 people on a redwood tree now, it gives you a boost. So everyone's gonna want to
Oh,
like
shit.
mass redwoods.
Well,
I
they're
don't
trying to like
fucking
almost-
redwood
what-
cord, like plus potting redwoods plus
what they're
three.
trying to do. So it all started with Wintertodd, right? It was like a group. It was to basically revive a skill and bring people to it. So they did Wintertodd, And then they did Volcanic Mine, which isn't as accessible and as easy as Winter Todd. But they're just kind of like going around all the skills, aren't they? And like giving them different mini games, be more interactive. They kind of did it with mining, with shooting stars, and I think that should be what Forestry is. I don't even think it should be Forestry. I think it should just be as simple as evil trees. Like, I was saying to some of the guys in Scuff this morning, because I think Forestry really overcomplicates such a simple skill. That's why I like woodcutting. Like, it's one of my favorite skills, just because it's so simple. Yeah. It
I'm a
doesn't
bit
need
out
to
of
be
the loop with it all.
I'll be
To
honest,
be
I'm
honest,
the
so
same.
am I, because it's so random. I can't really fathom like the rewards and like their use. It's just like, why does this need to come from woodcutting?
Well,
Like,
this is
doesn't
it.
make
Like, I
sense.
saw
I think
something
they've scrapped
about.
that now.
Yeah, I hope so, because I
Mm.
saw something to do with like Slayer. I'm just like, why the fuck am I going to cut trees to do Slayer? Fuck off.
Yeah, it's
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not anti-skilling, even though all I do is PVM nowadays. But like, I will do skilling if it's worth my time. But at the same time, I don't want to feel that like it feels like Dailyscape. I don't want to feel like I have to do it.
Yeah, like brew a
so that
tea to get a better chance at an imbued
just
heart or
fuck
something.
off with that shit.
Yeah, that would really piss me off.
Like, okay, yeah, combat achievements. Yes, it's worth your time doing it as a one-off, so that you get longer thralls, you get more cannonballs in your cannon, like all like. Do you know what I mean? But like, I don't want to fucking have to go brew. Like, I'm not an Iron Man. Fuck off.
Yeah, it is very Iron Man-esque, isn't it?
Don't get me wrong, I don't like know anything about this update, but I do think it's like, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you all at all. I don't think it looks particularly great, but it definitely isn't our demographic.
No.
I think it should just be.
But then it's going to change it's going to impact our demographic. Like, if they've got updates like that coming in, and it impacts the content that we play.
People get really,
Say it, Tom. Go on.
You know, like the whole, this JMod must have an Iron Man.
Yeah,
it felt very much like that. Like, again, like the like this person doesn't have an imbued heart yet, but it's too late. You made the imbued heart what it is. It's too late now to. You can make magic pots, bruv.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. If you haven't got your heart yet,
yeah.
keep it expensive. It's like a nice reward to get during Random Slayer for mains.
I think it really should just be simple, like evil trees. Maybe they're like shooting stars.
I loved evil trees back in the day.
Evil trees were cool. You're like walking along, then like a thing pokes you at the ground. You're like, oh.
I remember shitting myself as a kid. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, but like, it's like shooting stars, isn't it? It's like an interactive thing. It brings people together in the same skill, and all it gives is a little cosmetic and collection logs. I think that's what it should be with Forestry.
I'm really surprised evil trees aren't a thing. Like, now I think about it, like evil trees were like such an old school thing. They were around like what, 2008 or something, 2007, actual 6. They were really old.
No, I think they're a bit later.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe actually, maybe it was like HDOS. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I think evil trees would be a great.
You get like stackable bark, and you give it to like a forester in the woodcutting guild, and then he gives you like a nicer looking lumberjack outfit.
The only thing I will say,
like that.
One thing you got first. One thing I will say though is that at least in Jagex's defense, they are making forestry optional. You can opt into it. It's not like you're forced to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I get why skillers are mad because
it's like gonna be better XP and stuff, right?
The main the part of the skilling community I've seen the most with the loudest voice is actually the free to play skilling community.
Oh, does it change free to play as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
sorry for laughing.
Why are you laughing?
The free to play skilling community. I'm fucking.
It's a thing. Why are you surprised?
Yeah, of like 5 people.
Fuck off. Like,
it's bigger than.
I know it's probably bigger, but like, come on.
I actually joined their Discord when I was playing my free to play Ultimate, and there's actually quite a lot of people.
Alex has a free to play Ultimate.
Like, shout out to all my free to play skiller homies, but respectfully,
right, you can't back down on that. You've just barely laughed.
Some people can't afford the membership.
It's not even.
I just said that to piss you off. I'm kidding.
It's just like I get why they're mad, because these poor guys have like done like, 2-tick willows is the method. like the meta.
Yeah.
No,
And-
I'm with you on that. I do think
And then
I think
it
changing
just
the
kind of,
core
like-
mechanics of woodcutting is stupid. It's
Exactly,
been there
and that's-
since day one, and there's no problem with it.
and
It's
that's why
great.
People are pissed off.
It's great
It's
how
as
it
simple
is.
as that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Sure,
I'm
but I
with you
don't
on
think
that.
that just affects the free-to-play community. That just affects.
No, of course it
everyone.
doesn't. But what I'm saying is that's just kind of the people I've seen the most talking about it, which is fair
Fair
enough because it's the most hours.
Mm.
It's a lot slower, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you this hot take. Should there? It's hard to say. 'Cause
Are you
it's gonna
gonna?
sound like a
Are you
dick
trying to
move.
say get a bond?
No, no.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
guys,
bond
whoever
and
likes
do
this video, I'm doing
1.5
a bond
ticks.
giveaway for the
Jeez.
first free-to-play skiller.
For fuck's sake, we're gonna
I'll
get.
pay for your membership for a month and see if you enjoy it.
If
okay?
Autumn Elegy or Tanner Dino are listening, I'm not with these guys.
No, but like, what I'm trying to say is like, should a few skillers? I mean, I'm on my side. I'd probably go with it should be like for members only, just so it doesn't impact those.
I agree with
people.
that.
Yeah.
But
No, they just
if
shouldn't do
they
it
were-
at all, in my opinion.
No,
They shouldn't
I
change the core
agree.
mechanics of woodcutting.
But if they were going to do it, should they worry about a few free-to-play skillers over the whole of the membership base?
No, of
Like,
course not. But
No, they never will. Of course they won't.
course they won't.
To be honest,
I think
being completely
It just
honest,
doesn't
and
need
this
do
is
they
changing.
even need to
This is a
consider it?
one. This
Yeah,
is a
it-
really, really
it really
selfish
doesn't.
take, but I don't give a shit either way because I don't
Yeah,
care.
right.
Nah,
You know,
it's not
I-
that
like,
I-
and
I
that's
do
really
think it's
selfish.
dumb,
but it's
but-
just I don't think there hasn't been one time I've looked at Forestry and gone, "Ooh, I don't care." Like I
I
really,
do
I don't
feel
really
like
care.
with the marketing for Forestry, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the marketing team.
Ah, that's good.
It feels like they're trying to make it a bigger update than it is.
That it is. Yeah, no, I agree.
Like I don't like. I'm
It
not
had
saying
It's because there's
trailers
not
and
much else
everything, and
coming
it's
until DT, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
the-
And
they're
DT is going to be
just
massive.
filler content, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. It's filler content to the fucking T.
Bring it
Um,
off and give me my fucking DT bosses already.
Just going back to what
Apologies
Nox
to
said
the
originally.
epic community.
What did you guys have any like pieces of content you feel are kind of like underrated, and you think
Overrated.
could
I had
is there a
Okay,
piece?
I'm gonna
is-
say it.
on.
Barbarian Assault was some of the most fun I've had in fucking ages. playing it
Let's
with
I don't think
go.
BA's. I don't think BA's underrated though.
You just need friends, though. That's the problem.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
because me,
Friends that
me-
turn up on
me
time.
and me and Dan went to World 306, which is like the home world for BA, and like I felt like bad seeing the people there because like there's just people there that obviously sadly don't have friends or like people they can do stuff with, so they're just like lumped in like this room with like these like shitters and they don't get anywhere.
Mm.
And like, it's sad. Like I feel bad for them. And you see like the little cunts that get to like wave 6 and they leave.
Yeah,
They're
they
done.
just peace because they get
Yeah.
their torso.
It's funny.
You.
But
That
I
was
can't
me
help-
in 2013.
I feel
was
like
I'm good.
it is funny, but I can't help but feel bad because
Oh, for
like,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, I think
I wanted to do that, but Alex was like, "No, we can't leave.
Yeah,
You're a
I'm-
queen."
yeah, to be fair, yeah.
I'm trying to think of underrated piece of content. I actually can't think of any.
Gnome restaurant.
Fuck off. Gnome Restaurant isn't
Only
underrated.
you like Gnome Restaurant.
Right, before
Fucking
the,
I finished
before
Gnome
the
Restaurant.
collection log, none of you motherfuckers knew what Gnome Restaurant was. You didn't know how to make a
No, I
wizard
knew what it
mine.
was because I got a
You
trim
fucking
comp cake.
don't.
to,
I'm not
to
touching
flip
that
it, what's
shit.
overrated?
Vorkath.
TRB. Oh,
Re-
let's go, Tom.
Really?
You think Top's overrated?
Top's sick.
I
Don't get me
think
wrong, but I think
people
people are
personality.
weird about it, and it pisses
Yeah.
me off how weird
People
they
are
are
weird
about it.
but the
We're
only
very
thing about
elitist
Top,
'cause it's
you
the
can't
hardest raid.
You can't really say Top's overrated though, for the reason that it's
Right,
that
it literally
good.
died for 8 months because everyone was at 208.
Oh yeah, it's a new update. Of course it is. Why would it
Yeah.
not die for 8 months? That doesn't make sense.
Like everyone was doing Cox as well. And no one was doing Top.
No, that's not true. It was only 2.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I don't really have a
I'll give
serious
you. I'll
answer
give
to
you
that.
due
Mine
that
are
people
kind
are
of like-
weird about Tob, but
Yeah.
I don't blame.
Again, that's a piece of
people-
content kind of like BA where if you haven't got mates, you're fucked.
I don't blame people though, in the sense that there has been nothing close.
Hmm.
No, I think
Jagex-
I think Cox is sick. I think
But
Cogs
Jagex,
and
no, but
Tob
Cogs
are
came
like.
before though.
I think all the raids are like fine.
TOA has
I
its
like
fair
TOA.
share of issues,
Mm.
but yeah. I would say TOA is my least favorite,
Mm,
but that's just me.
I wonder what people will think about these new DT bosses. But like, because I'm just kind of echoing what Ian Pure Spam said about them. That like, if you put them all together, you could maybe it could be like a raid.
I like that idea. That's cool.
Do you reckon they could do that like a hard mode version of all four in like a certain
It
area?
wouldn't surprise
God,
me if it
do them
happened,
all.
but
That'd be sick.
but at that point they may as well make new
Phase 4.
content
Yeah.
rather than just group them together. I don't know if any of you remember. To be fair, it was Mod Matt K who said this, and
Here we go. Do a bit of like gaming.
it was
right?
around
Mod
it was
Striker,
around the
wacky style.
the
Not
release
Mod
of
Matt
whatever Prif and Gauntlet. He was like, "Oh yeah, we really want to expand on the existing raids." So like they were gonna make like, to be
think
fair,
I
they did do
remember
hard mode Tob, but they wanted to expand on like Cox,
I wish
like and
they'd
make a
update
different version of
Cox.
Cox. It'd still drop everything the same. It would just be like a different way to do it with like different bosses.
That'd be cool.
Do you
They
think that'd be a
would
waste
run
of
about
time?
different
Because
rotation
No, I don't think so.
PMs.
obviously there'd be no new items.
No,
I
because
mean, I'm
the thing
sure
is,
they'll slip a cosmetic in there somehow.
those
Yeah.
100%, but those raids have so much replayability.
done.
That if you change them anyway, I think it's fine. Like just make.
I do
more
think I think the
reasons to
current
do it.
team's work is really good, but I do think it will come out a bit more like Toa than Cox 2. In that like very like almost linear.
Speaking of
Funny.
Tower, how have
That's
they
my-
not updated the fucking monkey room yet?
That's my only issue with TOA. Well, the monkey room.
It's
for
funny
sure.
when we went on when me and Tom went on Mick and Lopsy's podcast. Lopsy was like, "I fucking hate TOA. It's a mini game. It's not a raid. It's a mini game."
He's
That's-
not wrong.
I
The
agree with
issue
that.
I hate it. Well, okay, I don't hate TOA. I think it's really well designed in the
No,
sense
TOA
that
is sick,
but my only issue with it is there's just no way to improve. The skill ceiling is so low. And people go, oh, well, what about 500s? 500s are fucking AIDS. They're not.
Do you really
want to
do a 500 all day? You get a fucking headache doing it.
Yes, they're difficult.
If
but
you're like
difficult
a
and
Giga
fun
Chad gamer,
don't
you can
correlate
just do
at
them
all.
off the bat, yeah.
Like that's why with Tob and Chambers, there's so many little micro things you can do to change and make yourself better at it. While with TOA, it's just be potted and hit the boss and don't miss takes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is. But hey, I'm a
Um,
geek, so
Can we like Josh asked a question and he wants to know our total play hours. Is that something we can give away?
I won't give him exact hours, but I can
As
give him,
long as
like-
it's not like
Let me
the day
calculate it.
the account was made.
you
I'll
could
give
do
him
it
like I
roughly,
can
right?
give him a rough outfit. I'm not gonna
Okay,
give
so
him
he wants to
exact
know the
number,
play time on our mains. I'll go first.
Sure.
430 days.
Oh, we don't. I thought we were doing hours.
Yeah.
I'm not doing. I can't be asked to work it out.
I don't wanna
430
know the
days,
hours.
2 hours is 10,320. I feel
How do you
terrible
find
about
out this
myself.
information again?
It's in the the little brown quest symbol at the very bottom. It says.
God, I
time
feel
played.
terrible. I
Wait,
need
what
a
was yours,
shower.
Toucann?
430 days on my main.
Oh, I'm 414.
You all think my main's fucking old?
Oh,
like
have I got them
that
all?
was the account I
How
played.
much have you
like,
I
got
got
Dan?
230 on
released.
IDFAB though as well.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Have you got more than
I
me?
reckon Dan's got 600.
I definitely have the most.
What have you got?
Is it over 550?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay, you're just
I'm 650.
Wow.
So let me just.
You have
do-
more than IDFAB and Chili combined, and I play them a lot at the
wanna-
same time. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you wanna
you're a
know that in-
shitter.
Do you want to know that?
I'm
in
sorry,
hours,
I'm sorry.
Dan?
Probably about 15,000. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Well, let me-
15,600 hours.
I just called mine
Oh,
out. Mine is
shit.
12,500.
Oh shit!
I remember
Realisation.
having over 300 hours on pre-EOC when I checked one time.
Yeah.
my UIM has 260,
Mine is.
That's
which
Yeah, that's
kind
a
of
fair
puts
bit.
the game mode into perspective.
Yeah.
Mine's
Well,
just
when
over
you
12,000.
hang on, so let's lump mine together. So it's 260. So mine comes out at fuck, what was mine again? 430. So mine would be. Oh dear.
Oh dear, I need to
Oh,
get to
dear.
grip.
Oh, I need to fucking. Yeah. Next question.
Yeah.
I like this question. I think it's could be quite humble. Iro wants to know what would be one piece of advice each of you would give for life in general.
Can I go first?
Go on.
For anyone, as an adult, I would advise taking anything out on credit, any sort of like finance if possible. I had a bit of bad times with it. Would not recommend it to anyone.
What's this? Sorry.
Like finance and
Personal
stuff, getting
loans.
credit cards,
Okay.
debt
Right. Yeah.
consolidation loans. Don't do it. Don't get involved with it. That's my life advice from Wedges.
Okay. I get that because you feel tied down, don't you?
It's not just tied down. Like you're like
And you just like so
I
much
had
going.
several at once, and like my direct debits like coming out each month. I was basically living
Well, I
month
feel
to
like you
month, and
can't.
it's just
I feel like you
no,
can't
you
enjoy
can't enjoy.
yourself
No,
because
no,
you're just
and
like you look at like you buy something. You don't just impulse buy it. You're thinking in the back of your head, oh, how's this going to affect me and all
yeah,
that sort of stuff. There's just no fun in money at that point.
no, yeah. That's my advice to anyone. If you can afford it, buy it outright. If you can't afford it, don't get it.
Mine is a short and sweet, and you can perceive it how you want. But it's sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind to yourself.
Mm.
You do
As
that too
in,
much, though.
yeah, I'm getting better because I've learnt from that, and that's why I would advise others because it's true. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices to make yourself happier.
Mine was going to be similar, about like taking risks and being in an uncomfortable environment. Sometimes you just have to take a leap.
You just have to kind of,
and it's always easier than you think it is. Because me and you, I think we're almost me and you had to tell ourselves that because
I think
we probably got too comfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Grant, your turn.
Grant's Google like Star Wars quotes.
I feel like I'm at an AA meeting right now.
It breaks the tension. It reminds us all we're human. Not just a bunch of fucking. I mean, we are, but you know,
probably
bunch of fucking losers.
I'm a fucking machine, mate. I don't know about you.
Probably just don't sweat the small stuff.
650.
I guess would be my advice.
So don't like overthink the little.
I'm a chronic overthinker and panicker, so
I love how we've all kind of like made this a personal thing that we've all had to.
Yeah,
I thought it was a personal question.
I mean, it is true, but like,
well, I guess
it's all something we all still struggle with sometimes.
You kind of have to be there to, you know.
My advice is really to stop caring about things that you can't control. That's what I would probably say, which is very, very cliche. You've heard it on every podcast ever, but it's true. So yeah,
I feel like like going back to what I said. In some ways, I'm still much like that. Like I like to be there for people, and I like to go out my way for people that necessarily wouldn't do the same for me. Like wasting a lot of energy on people that I wouldn't get it back. And I feel like I'm kind of getting better at that. Like I kind of stick to, you know, the people I know best, and I don't really like try and impress other people for the sake of.
I think my thing is I need to start taking my own advice.
Yeah, it's hard though. Like it's easy.
I'm very good at being like, yeah, just do that, and I'm sat at 3 a.m.
I'm the same. Like, I'm saying that.
That's a big ADHD trait.
Great.
Yeah, well, that was a nice wholesome movie.
Anyway,
thanks.
It
was nice.
Yeah, kills.
That was nice. But yeah,
Iro also asked, if you had to pick one thing out of the entire OSRS lifetime, what would be your absolute all-time favorite update?
TOA release.
Big Mo.
Big Mo. Shout out to Big Mo.
I don't know. Like for me, TOA was the first raid that I could do from release.
Yeah, same.
And I'm not saying that because like it's a shitter raid. I weren't around.
I get what you mean.
I weren't around for chambers. I didn't do TOB for a couple of years after the release.
Same.
So TOA was a lot of hype. I remember playing it a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's
It's not
TOA
so
was
much
the
the
first
content;
raid.
it's more so like
Yeah,
everyone in Scuff was doing it.
I'm
Yeah.
torn between that and next release.
Yeah, but like a
Next
lot of
release is
people
really
dropped
fun.
off next after a
People
month.
people
didn't they?
hate on next so much, and
We did it for months, didn't we?
I still do it. Like, but the thing is about next release is I think it's the same as what Dan's saying. It's like it's really not about the content. This is actually part of the reason why I'm so excited for sailing. It isn't necessarily obviously I'm excited for the update, but I'm more excited for the idea of all the boys being on Discord, chilling out, figuring stuff out. And that was why TOA and next release were so good. Like that first when we got our first purple, like everyone just freaking out and like yeah, it was sick.
It's cool. Like I've never got to experience that because, like Dan said, I'd never got to like complete a raid. Like I played all the raids on day release, but I never completed them.
I
Yeah.
got the
Like, we were
second
actually-
Twisted Bow in the game.
You did,
Oh, yeah,
that's
shit,
right,
you
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I was a fucking noob back then.
What
So
about
was I,
regrets
mate.
it's not
That's
playing
why.
games,
I remember.
man?
I'm gonna call him out. Zulu was fuming. I got like 5. He did like 5 subtweets that day of like my team. Like, oh, I can't believe the scaling. The scaling must be wrong. Like,
One of my like RuneScape regrets is like not starting sooner because around Chambers release, I was still like actively playing RuneScape 3. Like I was, so I wasn't around. But like so, yeah. I mean, I started in 2013, but yeah, I was still playing RS3 at the time. So I kind of wished I'd made that jump sooner because then I probably would have been around for Chambers release. But
I think mine absolutely has to be the Inferno release. Just
to
like
watch, yeah,
yeah. I mean, I did.
I wasn't good enough at the time, and I didn't even try.
My first ever run, like the second it came out, that was a cool moment. I think I have a screenshot somewhere of like the first minute Inferno came out. There was just like a stream of people running in, like jumping in. It was really cool.
Yeah.
My first attempt, I got
Never
to like
too soon, you
31, and then my second one got to like 45.
A lot of people made
Which
like
isn't bad.
careers. People made like careers out of that release.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like it was just so fun, like being on Twitch that day, and like you go to one stream and it's like, oh guys, foe's on first Jad, and then everyone scatters to his stream and he dies, and then like, oh this
I
guy's
loved
like
how-
on this, and then like you just jumping around, like
I
That
loved
was
how
amazing.
RuneScape as well, like the old school channel, were also live and they were like streaming
yeah, they had the
people's
different,
attempts
and then
stuff. And
I
like,
remember as
they
well
were
'cause
sat in the
Foe
giant
had the
hall.
yeah, Foe had the AQP shirt, and he realized he was
Oh,
like
yeah,
streaming
yeah.
to old school,
And
and
he
he like
stood
stood up.
Yeah, I remember that.
that
Yeah,
that
I mean,
was.
I
that
don't
was-
think Inferno will ever. I think I mentioned this in the last podcast actually, but I remember saying that like I don't think the Inferno will ever be like repeated again. I don't think we'll ever get anything. We're
No.
too good at the game now.
Too good now, yeah. It's like Tom said, shit like your True Tile and all
Mhm.
these little rune-like plugins, they make
We're
so
playing-
much difference.
Yeah, he said
Tile markers, like
he
so
said we're
much.
playing modded RuneScape, which is true.
Yeah.
We 100% are. What was the question? Sorry,
What's your favorite update?
I have like a collection of them because I just remember like key moments, especially when I used to stream. Like when Superior Slayer came out, I got partnered then,
Oh yeah.
and I was doing like so much Slayer.
Oh god, the old superiors, they weren't even like they were just like bigger, re-colored.
Yeah, basically.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
dude,
They changed them
remember
over time.
Remember the night beast? Like people were freaking out because it was just a big dark beast. They were
Yeah.
like, dude, this is shit. Like, please
No,
change it.
it was the fucking aberrant spectre. It's just a humongous aberrant spectre. Nothing
Yeah, I remember
changed.
that.
And then
I'm actually gonna.
I
Sorry, Cam.
preferred that.
like
There's
I'd
a-
say Cox was my favorite raid release.
Do you remember that? There's quite a popular Sitner clip. I think he made it into one of his emotes for the longest time. But he was doing Superior Slayer on day release, killing aberrant specters. And all of a sudden, this fucking humongous one, like all the way up to the ceiling spawns, and he like shits himself. He's like,
And
I remember,
and
sorry.
sorry, can I, just a quick one.
No, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're forgetting Hardcore Man.
oh yeah. Did
yeah,
you guys
hardcore.
play hardcore on release?
No.
And group hardcore. Although
Did
I
you-
don't think they
did
were
you
necessarily good
play-
updates. I enjoyed them.
Did you play actual hardcore on release, Tom?
Yeah.
I did as well.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I didn't play much of it. My hardcore Iron Man was very short lived. It's
I
not
just
dead or
remember
anything. I just
Luke's
got bored
dying
of
to
it.
a blue dragon.
Yeah,
Was
that
that
was
Blue Dragon?
Emily, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Oh,
Um,
horse. Yeah, that was fun. Again,
guys
like
remember Corp release?
no.
That's
I
a
Well,
one.
remember that.
I do and I don't because I wasn't
I
actually
do.
playing, but I overheard it coming back.
I remember watching the Runefest stream, and it was Boaty trying to solo Corp at Jagex HQ.
That's sick.
It was like around the time Corp came out, and I was kind of playing, but I was way too shit. I was like level 85 combat. I remember the Corp Cave was like Corp Cave was like
Yeah.
huge.
It was huge. Well, it was the same when it came out.
It was the original
run up
one.
to it was like fucking.
Yeah.
massive.
But I do remember Corp release and all the talk about like the Divine and stuff, and that was quite cool. I never got on.
I feel like this next question from Austin is more focused towards Dan and Tom. I think you know which one it's gonna be, Dan, because I saw you reply to her. But she asked, what actually goes into flipping things on the GE? Like the process of figuring out what to buy and what to sell. I see the
Silly
channel on
fish
Discord
answer.
about
I
it, and
think
I have
Tom's
no idea.
trailer
what's going
falls
on.
different to mine.
Go on.
Like if you had to like really boil it down and explain flipping to someone, like the process, what would it be?
Well,
'Cause I don't
I don't
understand
think
it.
I do it like most flippers. Like I look at updates and what Jagex tweets, and I
Yeah.
try and work out like what might be useful in the future.
That is it.
Hello.
I was going to say sentiment, like player sentiment. If it's like, for me, it's all about whether or not players are complaining. Where are the updates?
Right.
I'm bored. Blah blah blah. That is your ticket to start buying things.
Hmm.
And then like
It's like-
when something's about to come out, that's when you sell. That's literally it.
It's like, you know, Wolf of Wall Street, where he's like, sell me this pencil. You got to create a want. So if there's a want to go and fucking do the content, those items are going to go up in price.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's like a fucking silly example, but it's true. Like,
No, it makes sense.
I'm not gonna like give like I knew the wilderness update was coming, so I told everyone to fucking buy wildy weapons. I think Tracky's made like over $1 billion doing it. I made probably about the same.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Um,
It's when it's like a few weeks after the first blog post is always like a good.
Yeah,
Like there's been a bit of rumbling, but then no one cares again, and that's when you got to jump.
and you see it drop off as well at the same time. Like they'll drop and they'll go up and they'll drop and they'll go up as they put blog posts out. But also like you'll see items like the scythe, for example, a few weeks or months ago, it was at 360 mil. I remember saying to Tom, that's way too fucking cheap.
Yep.
Like, why is the scythe that much? I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm buying some. They'll go up eventually. Like, even if they go up 30, 40, 50 mil. Like, if I buy 10 of them, which I did, they go up, what, 50 mil, 40 mil. After tax, I'm making 35, 45 mil on each scythe. So they ended up going up about 110 mil.
They'll end up doubling. I think like by the
yeah.
time DT comes out, they'll be like pushing 600. I don't think they'll go much higher than that though.
No, because there's so many of them in game, and like people like doing
And
top.
like
As soon
merchants
as like
have
it's
them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And merchants have to sell them. So
Yeah.
that's one issue. You have to pick the right point to sell them.
That's the
So,
hardest
like,
part, I think.
Yeah, and I think you've got better at it because
Yeah, I
you
always
used
sell
to
too
hold
early.
and hold and hold, or sell too early. Like
Yeah.
whereas me, I have a price in my head, and as soon as I see it at that price, I dump them because otherwise you'll regret it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that has
Stick to your
bit me in
plan
the
kind of
arse
thing.
because I did this with TOA and I bought rapiers as well as other items. Like I think I bought Eldritch Orbs and
Well,
like
rapier was
harm
bis
orbs.
until Fang started dropping like no tomorrow. Like
Well,
Fang
this
was
is
way
it.
too
Rapier was
popular
sick.
of an item. Like
Yeah.
everyone got Fang so quickly, and then everyone panic sold rapiers, and they went back
But
down to like 70 mil.
Using
I
that
hate
example,
cheap
the
ones.
rapier, I bought them for like I think 60 mil each, and I ended up selling them for 110, 120. But like,
You
if
still
I'd
make so
held,
much money. Though.
yeah, I know. But if I had like 20 of them, if I held for like a couple
They were like
a couple of
180, weren't
hours
they?
more, they were 180, 200 mil.
Yeah.
And I just like
Yeah.
I was like, I've just missed out on like over a bill because I've bit the bullet early, and that's just part of flipping. You have winners, you have losers.
You know what's
I had
hilarious?
go
The
on.
rapier is 54 mil right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. I
That
remember
is
buying
so
one
cheap.
for.
Oh my
I
god.
remember buying one for 2-way release for like 100 each.
Cheaper than a Vernex or 84.
Imagine if Blade of Seldor and Bofa were separate drops. I wonder how much the Blade would be. It'd be like
Blade would
30
be
mil.
pennies.
Be like
Yeah, it would be
yeah.
really cheap. The only reason it has value is because of the
Yeah.
I God, I remember buying my Fang for like 340 mil. Like you guys probably bought it for even more because I was kind of late to the party on getting one. And now they're like, no, it's like 10% of that. They're like 30 mil.
The difference is for us though, like we'll play and do the content and keep doing it on our mains, whereas you get to a point and you're like, right, going on the UIM.
Yeah,
And you don't get the value out of it that we do.
That was like you
I got
mentioning
100k
fangs
ceiling.
there. Like I jumped on a few fangs at 27 mil, and now I've just sold them recently. But
I bought mine a bit
but like
higher.
I just saw people complaining so much about TOA drop rates and like, oh my god, this is so bad. It's not even worth doing anymore. When you see people say stuff like that, that's when you buy it. Do you remember harmonized orbs as well, Dan?
Yeah.
When they went from 300 to 800, and I got a couple.
You're welcome for that.
Thank you.
My thing is like I regret not getting into it, and I'm not gonna say what I bought. Can I? Fuck it, I don't know. But I bought my first merch. I'm not gonna say what I bought, but I bought my first merch like a few days ago, right? Because Dan told me to buy
by the
it.
way. I have the biggest
I
brain.
don't
Just
merch
disclaimer:
at all.
I don't have anything right now
Oh,
because of
yeah,
I'm
it's
play
nothing
testing,
to
so
do with that. It's
I'm not
purely
allowed.
guessing.
No, this is me and my merch, and I don't want
All
any
I'm saying
fuckers
is, though-
getting in unless they pay me X amount for my. Is that Jagex compliant?
Probably not.
No, you can't pay. You can't pay me, but like, yeah, never mind. Carry on, Grant.
All I'm saying is like there's been times where like I'm not gonna say like I'm rich, but I have plenty of money on RS just because I PVM a lot. But there's been times where I've had so much just raw cash and I've done nothing with it. I can't bank. There's been so much time where I've had so much as raw GP and I've done nothing with it. And Dad's, if you fucking bought fucking billions, you would have fucking 45 bill. And I'm like, oh right, sorry, Dan, you're right. Sorry.
I'm always fucking right.
And then like you've had a few stinkers, I'll be honest. Like when
yeah,
buy Toma water.
What was that?
No. You guys aren't even remembering the worst one. I bought Dragon Darts at like 3k each, and they dropped down to like 2.2k each. I lost like 400 mil, and I weren't even that rich.
I remember even
with water.
Yeah, I can't remember. He's like, buy Toma. Oh, fucking dog.
I had a Claws of Callisto stinker recently.
Sorry with the dog.
I bought them for like 50 mil, and I was trying to short-term flip them, and I was too stubborn to just dump them. I ended up selling them for like 32.
You did not account for the
random
box.
disclaimer, by the way. I'm looking after a dog at the minute, and it's brain dead.
It's right. It doesn't really pick up.
It's not mine, so please, yeah.
Everyone type.
My dog's trained with a very good girl. Her name's Lucy. She's great. What was I saying now? I completely lost my train of thought.
You were shitting on Tom for Claws of Callisto.
Oh no, to Toma water. It was when
try and change the subject there, Dan.
Even Rob was like, yeah, fuck it, I bought fucking 100 of the cunts because Dan told me to. Dan's always right.
Was that like an old Jagex might change it because no one likes it kind of
something
thing?
like that? Yeah, there was an update coming out and he was like, but Toma water's got to be beast.
No.
Have we ever done? Have we like? I honestly think Jagex are really predictable, and it's because like a lot of the people that call the shots there don't they don't have to tell management about it, and they're also players, so it's like, oh, this player probably feels the same as us about this content, and I'm pretty sure no one's going to be like, no, you shouldn't change it, because they're all like in teams. It's not like they have to. Obviously, they have people to answer to, but that's like different from like the actual content itself. So if someone's like, oh yeah, we should change this because the majority of the player base think it's bullshit, they'll probably do it and change it. So I think like just predicting what Jagex is gonna do is like another thing.
It goes back to the whole, the players are just way too smart. They can suss shit out so easily. They can just like.
It just reminds me of that
It was
guy
like you
that
and the
was on
shadows.
Reddit.
You did it with shadows, Dan. You bought some shadows because you were like, "There's no way they're gonna allow Twisted Bow to be better than Shadow when Twisted Bow is best at Cox and Scythe is best at top. They will make Shadow best at Tower, and they did.
Yeah.
And you had like 3.
I'm just fucking smart.
I do
Well, for the
respect.
GT2
in real
life.
Time of water, trust.
I respect the flipping.
I've had more wins than L's. Let's just put it that way.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You've had many more L's, dubs than carry on.
Well, that's the thing that you always hear about the wins and not the.
Yeah,
L's.
the dubs.
My biggest worry though is that I've got people to get in on this fucking merch I've thought of, and if it don't pay off, there's going to be a Wedges witch hunt.
Nah, it's a
coming,
pretty safe. It's a safe one, bots aside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jagex,
I never read this channel.
if any Jagex mods listen to this, aside from Will, please do something about the bots. It's a fucking joke.
Oh my god, mate! I was doing Spindle like literally before the podcast. They're on every fucking world.
Like,
it's so bad.
It's getting to the point where you see like a Cold One or Zulu or like Skidler tweet out about it every fucking day now.
They're getting
like,
political too. They're like, it's because Jagex, like, they're close to 1 million members concurrent. They're gonna sell the company at 1 million. Like, people have gone deep into it, and I don't blame them. They're probably right.
100%, but it's so annoying. Like, and the thing is, though, the bots are better than you as well.
Oh,
like,
the Bandos ones are insane.
A bot fucking hopped to me today at
And
Spindle and just crashed me. He just took my shit. I was like, oh, sound sweet, I lose.
Mate,
like,
all you gotta do is none of
I
you
spam
have other
click
accounts,
the floor and
but
everything.
Like,
but like,
if you bring in an account that's like
I
of
got
their
5
level,
mates.
This is
like,
it's so low level.
I'm gonna ask Nunu for Baby Buana or Buana Baby. And see
I've got a low level pure. It's like level 90, and I was trying to kill the Calvarium bots, and like I just couldn't because as soon as I got in, bam.
Yeah, they TP instantly. Don't
yeah,
they? It's
that's how you get rid of them. You just send that account in, and then
it's so annoying. Yeah, it's just,
but you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah,
it's sad.
Because Spindle's my last Wilderness pet.
That was, in my opinion, as well, one of the best updates they've ever done.
The Wildy Reaper was
they were so good, but the bots genuinely ruin it, and they're not doing anything about it. Ruining it.
For me, it wasn't so much the actual killing the bosses; it was the PKing because like we came together, the boys, and like we just had loads of fun for like a week.
Imagine how good it would have been though, like if the bots weren't there, right? And it was just filled with actual players still because they want to do it. The money's good, and like the items haven't been botted to oblivion, so there's the incentive for players to go. Then the PKs would be fucking having a good time because they'd be able to kill people in the wilderness, but no, they can't. So the PK instead because only bots are there and they can't fucking attack them. And they don't risk anything.
So the PVMers are losing out, the PKers are losing out. The only
it's all because Jagex will do fuck all about it.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Also, I put my theory to the test, by the way, with the PMod crown. It doesn't work. I tried. I tried talking, and they just stay and laugh at me. So
I think they are doing something about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think, and I hope it's something so like. Because it's taking so long, I'm hoping that they've got some kind of like technology. This is so doubtful, isn't it? Because it's RuneScape, but like hopefully they have some kind of something to detect, and they're working on it, and that's why they're not being active. I don't know. That's like the best case scenario though, which is a shame. Instead of just like best case scenario could be like maybe. Just like have a look at some of these people with 11. Well, I say people. Have a look at some of these bots with 12k Spindle on the high scores and just ban them maybe.
Yeah, 100%.
But they just don't. I find that so weird. It's so weird.
I'm leaning more towards the 1 million members thing. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm political about it as well. I think there's some kind of like Jagex Illuminati going on. They're trying to sell the company and get as much money as they can for it. Tinfoil hats firmly on.
My shout outs, by the way, this guy, his name is Corwin, and he's actually like the guy I've known the longest out of OSRS. I've known of him since 2015. So shout outs.
Fair enough.
He asked, "What keeps us all interested in OSRS?"
Addiction.
Have you seen that Tyler one?
Yeah, that's because I'm addicted.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Ultimate Iron Man.
I'll complain about the game, I'll complain about the company every fucking day, but I can't quit because I'm addicted.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
You know
love
what?
the game so much.
Yeah,
I
Like,
do like the
cringe.
game.
for
And-
me, it's 50% the game and then 50% the social
people.
aspect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
like my
exactly.
friends
Yeah.
that I've met.
Well, I don't
And
think I'd play if it wasn't for like being able to play with other people.
Exactly. If I didn't have any mates on this game, I'd
every
probably be
aspect
playing.
of like my online personality is RuneScape. Everything about it. My
Yeah.
friends, my Twitter, my fucking Twitch, everything. It's all
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
do with this. So
It
I
really
mean,
it gets
it's-
in the way of content creation for me as well because I have so much time just like shitting around with
Playing
my
it.
mates.
Do not blame us for your fucking
It's true though. It's
shit
true.
show of a fucking
Like for YouTube nowadays is so much about narrative, and like if you want to play with your mates, sometimes you have to step outside your little narrative box.
Oh, dude, for me, it's like
Mm.
when I'm not well, I guess I'm a little baby content creator, but like for example, I've got a few people that I've been chatting to, and they're like, "Oh, when are you gonna stream again? When are you gonna stream again?"
Yeah,
And I
when
do
are you
have
gonna
plans
stream again?
soon? But my point is the one thing I hate about streaming is the fact that like I'll be in a Discord call with everyone and everyone's having fun. And I'll be like, okay,
Mm.
guys, I've got to go now and stream, and I'll have 6 viewers. Bye. It's fucking, you know what I mean? Like I love
Yeah.
streaming, but it's like, yeah, you
Well, that's why you get up. When I used to stream, I used to literally get up at like 10 and then put the stream on at 11. And then by the time I ended the stream, that would be like when people would start coming on and hop into VC. So it worked out
Yeah,
well.
early morning streams are better for that reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then I can't walk.
That's the thing. I genuinely think like being someone's work companion was one of my favorite things about streaming. Is that like you're on for people that just want
Yeah.
to chill
Working
out,
from home.
working from home or whatever.
Yeah,
Rather than like when it's late and everyone's home and spamming like that got that like kind of was
I feel like you're
intimidating for me
missing
at
out.
times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's definitely the friends and the people I've made that keeps me to the game. Because I took a bit of a break from old school recently. I just got burnt at the game, and I became a massive neek and started speedrunning Call of Duty, COD 4 to be specific. And like when I was involved in that community, it's like just so different. It's like
Didn't
it's
hit
nothing.
the same.
Like it's nowhere near, like, not to shit on them. There's some good people in there, but like the general like consensus is that they're not like RuneScape people are so nice and they're so easy to talk to, and these just a bit
What?
odd and like put into perspective like other
But
games. It's just like
I'm
fortunate.
I'm gonna disagree with you there.
Yeah.
I think the RuneScape community is
Okay.
only good in bubbles. I think as a whole, it's actually pretty
Shit.
pretty shit.
Well, okay, right.
And that's
let me
that's
go back
because
to
of
what I
like
said,
the
that
whole
every gaming community is shit.
yeah.
it's literally every game. Yeah,
There's no perfect gaming community, but I
the
feel
World of
like
Warcraft community is just as bad.
I feel like we have more bubbles, and I feel like
Yeah, our bubbles are
we
better than anyone else's kind of thing.
Can I just interject? Speaking of other communities, has anyone's like I don't play the game, I've not played the game, but like I'm kind of like enjoying seeing Diablo 4. Like there's kind of like they're having a meltdown at the moment because they're doing a hardcore mode
Mm.
and someone reached max level. I don't understand the intricacies of it, but someone reached max level, and as soon as they did, they automatically disconnected from the game because like the servers, and they died and lost their status.
No way.
It's just I was seeing people on Twitter today for like my RuneScape Twitter, and they're just saying, "Ah, the old school RuneScape experience."
Yeah,
It just made me fucking die.
it's not even been out that long, has it?
I don't know.
God, that's
I don't think so.
freaky. I just sorry to like interrupt, but I just like refreshed the homepage of Twitter. And do you remember what you said earlier, Grant, about the Tazza cows, like the blue fellas in
Oh,
the
Yeah,
the Caron dungeon?
Blue Ferno.
Yeah, the Blue Inferno. Mod Husky just over a year ago tweeted about the Toucann trials,
Yeah.
which I completely forgot that was pitched.
Mm.
And it's only because some guy I follow just like happened to go back to it and say, "Oh, I need to update on this."
Oh,
Yeah, the
wow.
Blue Inferno was such a sick idea, and it's just not here yet at all. It's kind of sad.
The Toucann trials are old school RuneScape's third wave based minigame, but very distinct to both the Fight Caves and the Inferno. 12 waves split into 3 sections with a boss at waves 4, 8, and 12.
It was like a baby kiln. I don't know if people remember kiln.
Yeah.
It was like that. So it was like instead of like Inferno and the Fight Caves where you do like 60 waves to then get a cape. The plan I think for this was it was short, difficult, and good GP. It was like a money maker. Which I thought it was a really cool idea. I liked it.
I was all for it. I like the sound of it.
The rewards: an untradeable best in slot item which upgrades after beating the boss on waves 4, 8, and 12. Tradable best in slot item received as a rare drop from the standard loot, becoming more common from later waves. A potentially consumable item to provide more consistent money used for something.
Do you think we're ready yet though? Because I do think like that the Inferno Cape is still quite niche.
I don't want to.
yeah.
Like most people still can't do it. A lot of people have
the
bought
Inferno
it.
Cape needs an upgrade.
I like the Inferno.
In a few more years with power creep, I think most people who play a lot could do it.
Probably.
I don't know though.
But the thing is, it's such a vast difference in comparison to what Kiln was. Because when Kiln came out,
Kiln was easy though.
That's the point. Is the fact that Kiln came out and Jagex were kind of content on this. Oh, it's like a bit more difficult than. Well, I say a bit more. It was quite a bit more difficult than the Fight Caves. And it gave you a best result cape, and it was great. But then the Inferno, they were just like, "Fuck it, let's make this hard." And although, let's be honest, people make it look easy now, but it's at its core. If you've never done it before, the Inferno is very difficult. So I think it still has its place. It's fine. I think
people talk down on it and say it's like, oh, it's easy, but it's free. But like,
if you've never done a cape before, you will struggle. The Inferno cape grind is one of the hardest things you will do in the game, but it will make you a better player.
It will also degrade you mentally, unless you're a great mentality person.
And then you'll go back to it a few years later and be like, "Oh, this is not that hard." But then it's because you, as a player, has improved so much.
For me, it was definitely more of a mental challenge than an actual physical being good at the game challenge. Like, I think I'm an okay player at the game, but
anyone can get an Inferno cape.
I feel like I'm okay at the game, but I limit myself just because of my mentality and my confidence. Like, I
you
can
psych yourself out and won't go and do it one evening.
Yeah, and then you were like, "No,
no."
I was better on my UIM than my main.
Why are you making me sound like Palpatine?
Palpatine.
No, you won't die. Yeah, I was like fucking. I was talking to my brother recently about it because he wants one, and I was saying like it's such a mental drain. Like when I was getting on my main, I was literally depressed for 3 months. I hated it, and like so I would come home from work and I'd be too tired to want to go in. I know, boohoo. I was too tired to want to go in and do it, and then it come to the weekends, like my time off, and I'd just be doing Inferno and dying and not getting anywhere, and just be like, this is miserable.
It's hard, man.
Yeah. But we got there.
You did.
Hooray. Next question.
Twice.
Next question.
Well, I think we're out because most of the questions were just who would you kill in Scuff and just other shit.
Allison.
Well, that's that then. Yeah. We shouldn't ask for questions and topics. We don't get serious. We do get serious answers.
Should we talk about what we're doing in game at the moment? Like this week? What's our plans for the weekend? No, you're not doing Motherload Mine. We know you're getting a good side shot.
Doing Motherload Mine right now.
Okay.
I just got cleaned on IDFAP.
Grant's bank standing. I've passed him like 3 times.
What was that, Tom?
Got cleaned on IDFAP. I'm like 4 episodes in that, and I've not released any of them yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's been cooking.
So I'm gonna stop playing IDFAP for a bit and get those done first.
Make some money on the main.
So I'm just playing the main again.
Yeah,
Grant,
I saw last night.
One question for you, Grant.
Yeah.
a really short one. How much did you spend on Corp?
Figuratively or literally?
Oh, actually, no. I think what the question's asking is how much you lost. So I think that's like the price plus like
That's what I mean,
residuals.
right? If
Yeah.
that's the case, 3.8 bill.
That's not
Christ.
bad.
For
Like
a
considering he went dry.
For a fucking
I love it when you
purple
said that
little
in the clan
balloon.
chat, in which he was like, that's like $1,000.
Who said
It's
that?
weird.
Yeah, witchy.
Yeah, isn't it weird
She
to
was
put like GP
OMG.
into
She
perspective?
instantly put it into like real money, and I was like, I don't think of it like that.
Which
Yeah.
that's not Jagex compliant.
Yeah,
It wasn't very Jagex compliant comment,
It was
was it?
very funny though. She just instantly was like, "Isn't that like $2,000?" I was like, "I don't know, witchy."
If you watch Ice Poseidon all the time, like people just like know RuneScape Gold. Didn't like, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to talk about people like that. But like some like big guy did like a 600 grand Gamba deathmatch last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on RuneScape. Like it was real money, but they used RuneScape as like the
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
It was for like
What?
600 grand. Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
Fuck you, that's
And
crazy.
just
Did
those
he win?
loud streamers that just scream and gamble money. Yo boys, we made it.
Let's
Riz
fucking
W.
go.
Oh,
Jet
speaking of
Set against
Riz, did you
Neptune.
see old school RuneScape use the word
They-
Riz in a recent
Yeah,
post?
that's what-
Riz
that-
is canon.
Get a
now.
grip.
It's Riz is
That
in
canon.
the
has
Pride
IE,
event,
that
isn't
has IESA written all over it. I
Nah,
don't
I
give a
think
fuck. It's
it
definitely
is.
IESA.
It
I
definitely
think it's
is.
Goblin.
I
It's
don't
both
even-
of them.
Nah, I don't think Goblins like. I think. I mean, it is kind of cringy, like, but funny,
It's very
like cringy.
cringe.
Riz is
I
now
think
a canon
in
RuneScape
terms of
event.
tiers, I think IESA is willing to like say cringier stuff on Twitter than Goblin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true. Goblin Goblin like he's amoeba on the inside, but like he sees other shit and he's like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
You remind me a lot of Tans.
They probably egg each other on though, I think.
I reckon.
Well, can we
yeah.
answer one question though? I saw. I forget who asked. I think it was Alison. So she might be dead now because we all voted to kill her. But who's our favorite Baldo?
Trackies.
Dan.
You gotta say
Aw.
Toucann.
Trackies.
You can't not say Dan, bro.
I'm gonna. I
Trackies.
beaten you all. I'm gonna say Pyro.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
bold.
I forget Pyro's bold. Yeah,
he's
he's
a
bold.
Baldo.
Yeah, he's a boulder.
Oh my god, this changes
This is why.
everything.
This is why I mean like 50% of
I
Scuff.
just imagine him to have long ginger locks for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I like standing on top of a mountaintop screaming.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, you're my favorite Baldo, Dan.
cheers, boys. Fuck you, Toucann.
Yeah, fuck you too.
I can't vote myself.
You can.
Oh, I'm not gonna. That's fucking great.
Thing is, I've seen you with I've seen a picture of you, Dan, with some hair, whereas I've
I
never
saw
seen.
Trackies with hair.
I've never seen Trackies with hair.
I've got him
I've
on
seen-
Facebook,
yeah, I've seen
and I've
Trackies with
seen
hair.
like
Really?
Yeah.
old pictures of him
Yeah.
with hair. He used to have like
Oh, I've
thick
never
black
seen him. I've never seen a picture of
It's unsettling.
because I thought like fucking I thought Trackies just like spawned like that. You know?
People think that about bald people though. That they just like
They just
they're
spawned
always
in
been
bald.
bald.
Why am I saying the word spawn?
Spawn.
I've shown you guys my driving license before, right? Like
Yeah,
me,
I've seen-
like when
I'm
I was
telling you.
17, 18.
They've increased the
Right.
spawn rate of bald people recently.
That's just we've had a lot of bald people join Scuff, like not
No,
lately,
but like
but
even on Twitter, like people are doing. I won't say names, but people are doing face reveals and they're just bald. I'm like,
we're at
okay.
that age now, Alex. Like everyone's losing hair follicles.
I don't even
I
think
think
it's.
likely
You know, I
now
don't
that
think
I'll
it's
see my
that.
hair,
I think
which is quite
it's.
nice.
I'm getting like deep and kind of political. but
Tom's
I
got
think
a
it's
bald
the way.
spot.
I think it's the way the world is right now. Like men our age are getting more
Stressed.
stressed
Yeah,
and losing hair.
true.
I'm balding.
We're
Like,
literally all mold.
I don't know why.
Well,
My fucking.
I was
hair-
in the bathroom today and I did run my hands through my hair and I saw some hair there and I got a bit worried.
My fucking. My
Oh,
fucking
you poor
hair.
thing, starting to lose your hair at 30. Oh, the
I'm not
tragedy.
losing
Nah,
it. It's just
nah,
My
it's
hair-
gonna
say-
get thin, isn't it?
They
My
say
hairdresser, who's like my mum's friend, whenever I go and see her, she always points that fact out, like, your hairline's receding. I'm
I
fucking
fucking
aware.
hate people
they
like that.
say they say if you
I'm
have your
well
hair
aware.
by like late 20s, 30, it's more than likely you're gonna keep it. Most people who go bald typically lose their hair like mid-20s.
I do think to myself.
My dad lost his at 19.
Yeah.
Like he was
I do
curious.
feel like if mine's like fully receded, I'm just gonna go full boldo.
You've got to though, right?
It's
You
all or
have
nothing.
to. There's
Do you guys remember
nothing
that?
worse.
Remember that tweet of the out of context Brits Twitter account? It was like guy on like a football thing, and he just had the most ridiculous hair. Like his hairline was like in the negatives. Like it was so far back. His hair was like floating.
Yeah, you've got to just accept, man.
It's mad
at
how
that
quick
point.
it is, though, isn't it? Like considering
Yeah,
people live
scary.
quite long compared to our hair
Yeah.
living long.
Mm.
R.I.P. my hairline.
Our hair is living. Wow.
Yeah.
The thing
That's
is,
what
right,
guys are
is that like, if I go bald, I feel like I'm just gonna have to hit the gym really hard to get away with it.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just look like, I don't know.
You look ill.
Well, no, it's because like me and Toucann are kind of like
Hmm?
small, aren't we? We're not big
What
lads.
are you trying to say?
I'm saying, mate, if we
Yeah,
go
I know.
bald,
Alex is absolutely wedged. He
We're
is
gonna have
throbbing,
to-
Yeah, he's
muscular,
fucking-
tight, and succulent, and I will not have a bad word said about his
Alex is
physique.
bigger than me, mate.
Man's
Mm.
wedge.
I'm
not
wide.
a wedge's wedge.
Wait,
Yeah.
how tall are we all?
6'1".
5'9".
You're not 6'2". I'm taller than you.
Hmm. I'm 5'5". Mate, my legs have been swinging from the chair this whole podcast. I wish I could put them firmly on the ground.
Don't they do surgery these days to like make you taller? Can you not like go to Turkey and get one of them?
Looking like shin extensions.
I don't want to be taller. I like being short. I get
liar.
No,
get-
he's right.
no.
Alex has hit that age now where he doesn't give a fuck.
I get leg room in my bed. I get leg room on travel. I don't have to like duck down in like short corridors and doorways and stuff.
You
No,
can go
I just-
shopping and buy stuff from the kids section.
Yeah, I get to have a booster
I'm
seat.
sorry, I'll stop.
Like,
Fuck
It was
me.
when Nunu, our friend.
Dan's well
Nunu,
proud of that, isn't he? He's like, "Ooh, it's funny because he's short."
Mate, it's the constant jokes though, man. Like I feel bad for him. Like we was in Discord last night, and our friend Nunu he works at JD, and he was just streaming himself in the shop, and he like went to the kids section. He was like, "Oh, picked that up for Alex." I was like, "Oh, come
Did
on,
he?
man.
Fuck
not
off.
even-
Where
he's not
was
even here."
this?
It was like an AC Milan kids shirt, and I
When
was
was
like, "Oh,
this?
man,
I don't
fuck
fucking
that
hear about. Oh, fucking
I'm crying. Fucking hell.
one." Oh man.
you little twat.
Anyway,
That right there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
sorry, I would Nunu, but yeah, it's funny.
Nah, top tier banner.
I'm numb to the short jokes.
Good.
Yeah. What's everyone's thoughts?
Silence now.
Yeah. What's everyone's thoughts?
Pondering life.
Think
Brain
about it.
empty.
I've been doing Mustspur this whole time and I fucking hate life.
I did
I'm
a
having a
farm
great
run.
week.
I'm only 1,000
That is
dry
what.
now.
That was the last question. That's what Grace asked us. She asked any thoughts.
Any
Oh.
thoughts?
Yeah, head empty, no thoughts.
No.
Thank you.
I'm
My head's
thinking
empty.
I might get some food.
I've had a glass of whiskey and my thoughts are empty. No
Mm.
one heard my little cork pop, and I was sad.
Are you
Oh,
gonna
fuck,
open
love
the podcast with my crack?
Yeah,
Of course we are.
that
'cause
was
it
the
literally,
first. That was
Hi
literally the
guys,
first
welcome
thing.
to the.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, is that us? Are we done? How long have we been going?
Enough.
An hour.
I don't know. Tom
I've been
got in late,
recording
didn't
for an
he?
hour and 20 minutes.
Thanks for listening to the Jaggets Compliance Scuff Unit podcast.
Yes.
Well, is it compliant this week?
Quick,
Because we've outed Witchy for
Quick
knowing
thing
Bognus
from.
fucking rates.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
up, Dan. Quick thing from me. I may be looking at getting these out on Spotify, so
I just
You
got
can
an ad
look
on
forward to
Instagram for
that.
balding men. Oh,
so
no.
you can listen. You can take the ScuffCast anywhere with you, even though
Oh.
you can do it on YouTube now with premium YouTube music. But Spotify's better. There, I said it.
Hmm.
Well then.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Stunning.
Fantastic news.
Yeah, bye.
Next, we
Yeah.
another thing. I think next one we do, we're gonna have a guest. So
Mm.
I just dropped something. We're gonna have a guest, so I'll tweet about that. And
Yeah, look
questions.
forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. We've got a guest lined up. I think
You have
you'll all
two guests
be.
like that.
Rack 'em
We do.
up.
Oh yeah, true. We have two lined
You have
in
two
the.
people ready to go potentially. So.
That's hot.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah. And
if you made
anyway.
it, if you
Alright,
made
piss
it this
off.
far, type fart in the comments, and then
Yeah,
if
type
I get
fart.
a comment that says fart, I'll be like, wow, this person had to put up our shit for
Or they
80
skip
minutes.
to
I
the
like
end
this
of the
person.
podcast to hear
Or
the
they
end.
skip to the end. But in that case, respect.
Yeah. Respect.
You did the right thing.
This is like, you know, when you can't hang up and you're like, no, you.
Yeah.
This is like the podcast equivalent, just us
Right.
waffling.
Okay,
on.
guys,
Leave a
Hey,
comment
hang
if you
up.
got this far. Like, no, don't leave a comment. There's no point.
Bye.
Bye.
End it, please.